Hi everybody, welcome back. Welcome to Sew It Tuesday. So today we're going to do something a little different. I don't know why my camera just started shaking. Sorry. So we are going to sew, but I'm not going to use the sewing machine at all. I am going to do some hand sewing, and I'm going to show you how I make these flowers. I absolutely think they are the cutest thing. And let's see if that will focus. There we go. And then there's really little ones. Same technique, just very little ones. So I'm gonna scoot you guys in. There. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. So what you're going to need is needles, thread of some sort, which I already have mine threaded. I like to keep, like, if I know I'm doing a lot of them, I keep a lot. So you want a circles. You can do two different sizes. I'll show you different size circles. To get these sizes, I just used a cup and traced around it. And then I have some squares, and that's what these were from. And so what I do is with my fabric, I literally, like, I have layers on here, and I just cut. That way I know I'm going to have the right size I want. So, and I have two different size squares. I have this size and then these little ones. And then I think we're going to start with this. And these two kind of are made the same way. So what you need, we're going to get some fabric strip, I'm trying to get all the extra ribbon off. Okay, so let's go about, I'm just going to see about measuring it. Let's see, what 15 inches? Doesn't matter the width. With the width is whatever you want. I'm going to cut this dead part off. I don't need the salvage. So let's chuck that. Okay, now what we're going to do is you put wrong sides together. Oh my gosh, I have lots and lots of it's fraying, which is fine. It'll you're gonna want fray anyways, but you don't really. There we go. Cut all that little bit of fraying off. Okay, so wrong sides together. So you have a dull side and shiny side. And honestly, if you don't want it this shiny, this like vibrant, do it on the other side, and you will get a little duller one. So, and then what I do is I kind of finger press it to make sure I have, and you can iron, but I don't like ironing. If I can get away with it, I don't iron. Okay, so there we go. And now to get this style, you are going to, yeah, I can do this way. Sorry, I'm trying to remember how I did it. Cut a little rectangle, and you don't need that. So now you have this weird looking thing. So the next step is to get your thread and needle. Start at your base and just, you don't want your stitches close, so you are just going to sew. So I get a certain way and I push my needle all the way through and all the way to the end. You can kind of see how that is going to turn out. It's going to be really cute. Alright, so I go in and I am just holding this needle. I pull it through, so sometimes I do it this way where I'm doing it, but a lot of times to go faster I just leave the needle where it is and I am moving my fabric. And there we go. Oh, it got stuck on what? Alright. This is not liking me today. My goodness. There we go. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, you just kind of gather, pull, and gather it up. And then you take your needle, poke it in where this is. It's close to the front, to where the first knot is, where the knot is. And kind of get a good tight pull. And that helps gather everything. And then you want to stick it through the fabric and then put the fabric through the, put this needle through the hole of your thread and pull. And you want to do it, let's see, look, now you have an adorable, all you need now is a button or a jewel of some sort in there. But you want to do that trick. You want to tie through the fabric. Here, let me see if I can get you guys closer. Focus. There we go. Okay, so I put it just a tad bit through the fabric. Okay. And then I have this loop. So I'm going to stick my needle through that loop and pull. And that's how I close all of these kind of things. And then I just cut it. And then all you do is put either a jewel or put a button or whatever you would like. Really doesn't matter. And there's plenty left on this, so you just tie yourself your knot. And you do it again. So to get this one, oh, let me move that over here so it doesn't get tangled. To get this style is the same way as this, but it's smaller. So I'm folding this so I don't have to fold a lot. I don't want to rip it because I don't want all that extra fluff. Doesn't need, because as you can see, this doesn't have a lot on there, and depending on how thick, it will depend on how that is. So what you do next, there we go. Put your needle in, and actually let's do it this other way. I'm going to show you another way, and we're going to do this side. Okay, so we're not going to do this one just yet. I decided to do a different one. I want a little bit more fabric to do that. So all you do, and see, I don't move my needle. I move this hand. Okay. Let's see how close that is. Okay, so if you want it loose, you can totally just close it off now and it won't be as tight. But if you want a little bit more and have it a little bit of a thicker wave, do some more. All right. And that's where we're going to call this one good. So I am just going to cut that right there. And this is enough. You can totally do another one. So I'm putting, let's see, we're gonna, okay. So I'm putting these right sides together, pulling, making a knot. And I'm not going over it yet. I'm just using that as a pull to, you know, there we go. And now what you're going to do is you're going to go up a little bit further, and now you're going to make your knot. You're going to go up a little bit further, and you're closing this off. There we go. Now you just need to cut. And you just kind of play with it till you get what you want. You can glue this little portion right here, and then you just put a button right there, and there you go. So there's enough on here to show you how I make these. It really depends on what size you want. So we're gonna let's use one of the little ones for right now. I'll do one little one, one big one maybe. Okay, so you want to do it right in the middle. So I'm putting right sides together, so the pretty sides, the more vibrant together, just so I can get where that center is. And then I'm actually moving my needle this time because it's a tad easier and you want to get there. So the next thing you do, easy, easy, easy. You get there, you pull, and you wrap. Go around it a few times, turn it around, and you're literally just going to do what you did before. You are going to get just a tad of the fabric and see if it's focusing. And there you go. And then all you need to do is put like a little jewel, a little button, or you can get little wire type things and put them around there and make little antennas, and you have yourself a butterfly. I don't have anything like that, or else I would show you how to do that. So that's very simple little one, and I'll show you a bigger one. That way, if that's too little to follow, you can see the big one. Okay. We are gonna, let's just take this pretty one. You want to find the center. And then what you do, just poke from the back and go up. There you go. You pull all the way through. Get a nice good pull because you want that squishy. That's what makes the pretty, that's what makes that. And then you wrap it. I wrap it around 2 times. And I always want, I pull on this. That way I know it's good and tight. And then you just get a little bit of the fabric and clip it. And I do that, sometimes I only do it once, sometimes I do it twice. It just really just depends on how many times I've wrapped it or how big or little the piece is, but there you go. So I'm going to set that, grab my next needle that I have prepped. Okay. And now I'm going to show you how I do these. So this one you can do 2 different ways. You can use your squares or your circles. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to do this one with squares, and then and these are little, so if you want you can do bigger ones and do a bigger one. It's just a matter of how big your fabric is. So if you can't work with little stuff, use bigger. So I fold it and make a rectangle, and then I do it again, and then I take this side that is double like this and poke it through. and I just go through a couple times because these are really little, and I pull it all the way down. So again, I fold it in a triangle, triangle again. I go over this side that's open just because that's how I like to do it. So you don't have to. Some people do it the other way. I just find it easier with how little these are to do that side first. Okay, and I'm going to do 6 of these. Alright, so I have 6. And you want to make sure that the tips of them are all facing the right way. So that one needs to get moved. And then you want to sew, put a little stitch right here. You're just going to pull it, and that is going to gather. Okay, so I'm just going to hold right here and see it's just going to gather up a little bit more. And now I'm going to make my knot. And then you can put whatever you want in that center to make it pretty. Okay, so next I'll show you this one. Very easy. Same way to do this. It just happens to be with the circle. Okay, so I'm going to use different I'm going to alternate what these are. So what you're going to do is, and these circles aren't perfect, you're just going to sew. Actually, let me show you on the bigger ones. Let me grab these bigger ones. That way you guys can see better. So we're going to do 3 and 2. That will make our 6. Okay. So to do, I told you guys we can make this style with the circles. To do that, you are folding it and then putting them like this, like it's a little cone. And then when you sew it, you get that little, very easy, but that's not what we're going to do today. Today we're just going to sew around here to be able to make this. And I'm using 6. You can do 5. I really wouldn't recommend 4. I think 4 looks a little different. Let me see if I have a 4. I thought I had one around here. Oh, I do. That's right there. Okay. So here's a 4. And here's what a 5 looks like. I kind of like the look of the 5 better than the 4. And you just go around. When you're done, you're going to do the same thing as what you did. Okay? You're going to clip that little piece, just a tad bit of the fabric, pull. You want to go through both of one of these, one this, and then tie your knot. And you want to pull this kind of while you're knotting it. And because this is bigger, you're going to have a bigger circle. It's just the way it is. But this is where, like, you can put a bigger button. That's a little too big, but here's a little, here. This might work. There you go. You can put more of a, you know, a bigger button, or a bigger, like one of these bigger ones you can put right there kind of in the middle. You need a bigger jewel for the middle, but buttons is mainly what you're going to want to do with this size. But there you go. These are very fun, very simple, very easy, using up scraps. And they're pretty quick. So learn how to make other ones, let me know. Put it in the bottom. I have done ones like this. These are just hot glued. They're not sewn. I have some other ones that I have made too. So comment in the bottom if you'd like to know more styles of fabric bows. I hope you guys are healthy and safe, and I will see you on the next crafting adventure. Thanks for joining me. Bye.